The big verdict coming in the Shakti Mills gang rape case. 5 men accused in the 2 gang rape cases last year in Mumbai have been held guilty by a sessions court. The 5 have been accused in the gang rape of a photojournalist and a telephone operator. The verdict was delivered by a sessions court in Mumbai a short while back. The 23-year-old photojournalist was gang raped by 5 men in August 2013. One of the accused is a minor. The quantum of sentence will be announced by the court tomorrow. Photojournalist had accused the same 4 men of raping. In fact, another telephone operator had accused a group of men of raping her in July of the same year. 2 of the accused overlap in both of the cases. Maharashtra Home Minister R.R. Patil was present in the court. After the verdict, he said that the state was committed to provide safety to its women population.
घटने के बाद बहुत सारे उपाय योजना महिला सुरक्षा के लिए मुंबई पुलिस की तरफ से और महाराष्ट्र पुलिस की तरफ से की गई है। मेरा विनम्र दावा है, आज भी देश में जितने बड़े शहर है उसमें मुंबई में हमारे बहनें और महिला सुरक्षित है। फिर भी आगे जाकर कोई कमियां न रहने के लिए हम पूरी कोशिश करेंगे। इस फैसले से गुनहगारों को एक अच्छा मैसेज जाएगा, दोबारा ऐसी घटना करने की हिम्मत कोई न करे।
And today we have pointed out to the court that matter kindly be adjourned till tomorrow so that accused can advance submission on the point of sentence, as well as the prosecution also can adduce some evidence for the enhancement of the sentence, that is, which has been prescribed under section 376D.
All right, this is the big story that we're tracking. 5 accused found guilty of gang rape in twin cases that took place in the Shakti Mills compound last year. Let's get in a word from our correspondent Devesh Nair, who's joining us live from outside the Sessions Court in Mumbai. Devesh, all the 5 accused found guilty. 2 of the people are believed to be found guilty in both the cases. What's the kind of punishment that they're looking at? What does the IPC have to say about repeat offenders as far as rape is concerned?
Ujjwal Nikam, the special public prosecutor, has been very clear on the fact that in terms of repeat offenders, he would ask for maximum punishment. However, when we asked him, what kind of punishment are you asking? Is there a possibility of capital punishment? He said, just wait for 1 day and you all will come to know. So probably he just didn't want to give us a clearer idea what exactly he's going to demand from the court. But one thing is very clear. He said that he's chalking out his strategy to ask for maximum punishment for all the accused in the case. And remember, what has happened today is that the session court held guilty 5 accused, out of which 3 were common in both the cases, in all the counts that they were charged upon. And the court has made an observation that this is one of those heinous crimes that happened in Mumbai. Mumbai has not witnessed such kind of an incident, that 2 incidents at the same place. Taking into all this consideration, the court today gave its verdict and held guilty all the 5 accused in the case. Back to you.
Well, Devesh, stay on with us. We're also being joined by Mr. Y.C. Pawar, former police commissioner, on the phone line. Mr. Pawar, your first reaction, all the 5 accused found guilty, and it's interesting to note that 2 of the accused have been found guilty in both the cases that took place 20 days apart.
No, judgment is very obvious because they were bound to be convicted. The nature of offence was such that they were definite to be convicted. Now the only point of interest is to be seen that as to what punishment they are likely to get. Because mayor is saying that it's okay that they are convicted, but if the punishment is not severe, and I was hearing the Home Minister just now, he was talking of check on the criminals. But our jail, he will have to better look after the jail authorities also, what happens in the jail and how people get the treatment there. So deterrent action means it has to be from all the places. But let us hope that they get maximum punishment.
Absolutely. There are clear political overtones as well with Ajit Pawar, with the Home Minister of Maharashtra being present in the courtroom when the verdict was announced. Let's get in a word from our correspondent Devesh Nair, who I believe has the defence counsel with him.
Well, yes, with me right now we have Mr. Lawyer Gadgil, who is a defense lawyer in this case. Sir, it was a difficult task for you to defend your client, considering the kind of evidences that the Mumbai police had put forward in front of court. So, you are happy with the verdict? So, what would you say?
We abide by the decision, judgment given by the court. We respect the decision of the court. The court has given the decision after a thorough thought of the whole circumstances, the evidence that have been brought on a record. So we abide and we respect, because I personally respect Indian judiciary, and the decision, judgment given, I abide by that, I respect that.
So one important aspect in this case was the chemical analyzers. However, you objected to it and wanted a re-examining of the chemical analyzer. But apart from that, the Mumbai police had got a lot of circumstantial evidence, be it the forensic evidences, be in the Panchanama that they did, or be the Muddemal that they collected from the spot, be the clothes of the victim, as well as the other evidences that they had. So was it a difficult task for you to actually defend your client in the court? And what is the entire bit about the chemical analyzer that you were talking about?
On this, I will not comment on Mumbai police investigation, the documents and other evidences produced by them in the honorable court. Sure, the case in itself was a hard case, being given media hype and hype by political parties and everybody. I respect the women folk of India. It was a hard task, true. But in due course, whatever evidence was there, the examining chief conducted by the prosecution, as well as the cross-examination conducted by myself and my colleagues for their accused. A lot of things have come on a record, which after receiving the full copy of the judgment, we will proceed to the higher courts. And it is but natural that it is a right of an accused to challenge that in the higher court. And after receiving the full copy, we will proceed to the higher court and file an appeal and everything.
So last question to you. You have been talking to your client right from the time they have been arrested and you have been appointed as a lawyer. So today when the verdict came, what did they say to you? How was their body language? What were they saying? Are they guilty of the crime that they did?
My accused, that is Muhammad Qasim, Muhammad Hasim Sheikh. Everybody, any person, it is a psychological effect which is had on his mind, because immediately it comes like a boomerang on them. I have personally counseled him as well as his family that if anything goes wrong, that from day one I have informed them that they will be convicted only based on the quantum, which as per request made by the learned SPP Shri Ujjwal Nikam Sahib. Tomorrow we will argue on the point of quantum.
So thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you very much.
So clearly, as it said, definitely the victim is feeling the bit of heat of the verdict that came, and they will definitely challenge the verdict of the lower court in the higher court. Back to you.
All right, the guilty likely to challenge the verdict of the Sessions Court in a higher court. We also have with us Advocate Abba Singh, who's joining us live this afternoon. Ms. Singh, what happens to those two other accused who are minors and are going to be tried separately in a juvenile court?
See, that is the biggest issue which Nirbhaya gang rape and Shakti Mill gang rape case raised, that in both these gruesome rapes, minors are involved, and these minors, when they can commit a crime as serious as rape, why are they getting the protection of the Juvenile Justice Act? In cases of murder and rape, the law of the Indian Penal Code should be the same, and they too should get the same punishment under 376 IPC. To protect them under juvenile justice is the biggest irony, and in fact of late it is seen lot of rape cases are being done by these minors. So leaving them is a travesty of justice.
Right. In fact, this is a debate that's also been discussed at the national level. Abba Singh, Ms. Devesh Nair and Mr. Pawar, thanks so much for speaking to Headlines today. We'll continue tracking developments. We do believe that the quantum of punishment will be pronounced tomorrow.